Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of April 12th, 2026. It's a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. Sorry for that truck going by. I have the window open. And be sure to check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Virgo not see coming for the week of April 12th, 2026? What do they not see coming this week? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Bad karma. At the bottom of the deck, we have happiness hater. Okay. Why is this something that Virgo does not see coming this week? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is karma something they do not see coming this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. We're going to take them. I'm being told to take them. Okay, first card out is the Chariot. Second card is the Empress. By the way, this is your energy for this week. The Chariot, the Empress, the Death card, and Temperance. At the bottom of the deck is the situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with this week. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have the Two of Cups. So it is in regards to a partnership or a connection in your life, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. The Chariot, why is the Chariot here for the Virgo collective? Why is the Chariot here for the Virgo collective this week? I just saw the Fool card. We'll see if that wants to make an appearance. As well as the King of Cups. Man, your messages want to come through today. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Chariot is clarified by Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the Hierophant. Oh, okay. The Empress. Why is the Empress here? Why is the Empress here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Empress is clarified by the Sun, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Cups. The Death card. Don't get nervous about the Death card if you're not familiar with tarot all that much. Death card does not mean an actual physical death most of the time. One more shuffle. Thank you. I'll say 100% of the time. The only time the Death card has ever come out for me in a personal reading is when I specifically asked a question in regards to someone's passing. And lo and behold, the Death card showed. Otherwise, it just means an ending for a new beginning or some type of transformation is occurring. And this is clarified here by the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the World card. Okay, Temperance. Why is Temperance here for the Virgo collective? One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance is clarified by Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. So they did show themselves. So before I get into this, for you, you have had a karmic situation here with someone. I'm not sure if it's the actual connection that is closing out or if it is the experience, because it's going to be different for each of you. But you have been cycling through on a loop here with someone, possibly a group of people, and it looks like it's coming to a full stop this week. Something that was moving forward, some clash, some argument, discord, discontentment, something here is coming to a full stop. And although there's a part of you that's happy that's coming to a full stop, you don't seem to be happy with how or why it's coming to a full stop. But there's incoming communication within the next 8 days that says, like, this is resolved, or this matter is resolved, or this is coming, this experience is coming to an end. It does give you the opportunity here to rest and to recover, but the karmic situation is over, and it's not of your doing, because you're receiving the information or communication here that says this is over. Okay, the Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor. Who's the Emperor here? Clarify the Emperor. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Emperor is clarified by the Hermit, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. So the Emperor is the person that you have been in this situation with, in this experience with. And this is the person who's delivering this news to you. Now, again, on one hand, there's that Nine of Cups of like, oh, I'm so glad this is over. But then there's also the Five of Cups. This is not how I expected this to end up. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm not telling you this is exactly what's going to happen this week. So please, I don't want you to panic. I know you're ruled by Mercury, as am I. I'm your cousin sign of Gemini. So I don't want you to get caught up in 8, 9 of swords here all week long about this. This would be like you are stuck in a karmic loop at work. It's a highly toxic, highly destructive situation for you. You've been thinking about leaving, but you haven't. You thought you would look for another job, but you haven't really dedicated your time to doing that. And this week you're let go. And there's a part of you that's like, I can't believe I was just effing fired. And then there's another part of you that's like so relieved that you never have to deal with that toxic environment again. So it's the person delivering it then, and this, again, it's only an example. I'm not saying every Virgo or Virgo placement watching is going to lose their job, but there's some type of like decision or verdict or ruling or something like that coming down from this person to you that says this situation is over. This experience is over. Again, I don't necessarily know if this means the end of your connection with this person, but this is a full stop in what has been a very tumultuous, difficult, karmic cycle, chapter, or experience here in your life. And again, the feeling here is, I'm so glad it's over. Like I don't have to deal with that anymore. But it's like the outcome isn't exactly what you wanted. It's not exactly what you wanted. Can I have more information on this, please? Can I have more information on this? Because it's like, it's moving fast, the karmic cycle. It's almost like you were at a point in this experience where you couldn't put the brakes on if you wanted to. And now there's like I said, some type of information here that comes in. And whoever you and this other person or people were, because, the Five of Pentacles shows 2 people here. The Two of Cups shows 2 people. So whoever you and this person or maybe other people were here, because the World card even shows a lot of people, it's like you were both fixed on being in this karmic cycle. And I feel like there was something here with arguing or something like that. Very defensive energy here with the 7 of Wands. It's like neither of you would break it. Neither of you would walk away from this. And then suddenly, like I said, there's this decision, this ruling, something like that, where someone comes in and is like, enough. There literally is an enough here. Like this can't go on anymore. This can't go on anymore. This is coming to an end. And like I said, part of you is so relieved that it's over, and the other part of you is like, but I wish it didn't end that way, or I wish it didn't play out that way. What else does Virgo need to know? How about the person? They could be an Aries. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. The 5 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. This is the decision maker. So let's say this is something like you've been applying for jobs, and you know that there's this one company that is very toxic. You've done your background research. You've looked at the different, employee opinions on it. And you've looked at the client reviews. And you're like, it's a highly toxic company, but they pay really well. So I'm going to try applying for them anyway. And you would have been caught in a karmic loop or a karmic cycle with a highly toxic environment, very argumentative environment. And meanwhile, this person makes the decision after, interviewing you that they're not going to hire you. And again, part of you is like, oh, I'm so relieved I don't have to work for that toxic company. But then the other part of you is like, oh shit, now I still have to look for a job. So that's what I mean. I don't see heartbreak here on your part. I don't see 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 10 of Swords, where you're like completely heartbroken. So I don't feel like this is someone like, I don't feel like this is someone that you care too much about. I have to be honest with you. It doesn't look to be a lot of heartache for you or heartbreak for you. It just seems to be someone of an authority is making a decision that's going to end a karmic cycle for you, and it was bad for you. Okay, it was a karmic cycle that was bad for you. And although you're relieved to not have to deal with it anymore, you're disappointed with the outcome. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. Because it was getting in the way of your happiness. It was consuming too much of your energy. It's possible for some of you, this is a court case. This is a court case, you and you have this other person and you're in court back and forth or something like that. And neither one of you wants to relinquish, right? The Hierophant could be very stubborn Taurus energy. And you're like, well, I'm not going to fold. And they're like, I'm not going to fold. And the judge is like, you know what? The case is being thrown out. I mean, it could very well be something like that. And then part of you, again, 9 of Cups, like, oh, I never have to deal with this again. But the 5 of Cups, like, shit, I really wanted a victory. And that's it. I'm asking who this person is. 5 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. They were the decision maker about whether or not you were going to receive this or not, or it was going to go in your favor or not, or this was going to continue or not. And they're choosing not. This is a full stop here. Anything else Virgo needs to know? And then we'll get you some advice. Anything else Virgo needs to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. the Magician, the Six of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Once this news, information, communication, decision, ruling, whatever it is here, comes down, it allows you to now begin pouring your pentacle resources, your time, your love, your money, commitment, talent, etc., in another direction. I really feel like this was taking something away from you, taking time, consuming too much. And now it's like, now you get to focus on work. You get to focus on your other partnerships and your relationships. You get to find another job that's healthier for you. So again, there could be a little bit of anger there. I'm going to take that happiness hater card as you, because the Magician is your energy. The Six of Pentacles would be a card of receiving. So it's like when you receive this communication, Knight of Swords, I could see you being a little angry about it. And again, because it didn't play out exactly how you thought it would. But there's also a sense of relief. And the Eight of Pentacles is like, well, now I can get back to work on something else. Let me get you some advice here. So it's a very specific message this week. I almost feel like I'm doing a personal reading. So take it how it resonates to you. If you're not in a dispute with anyone, or you're not stuck in a karmic loop or cycle, or if you're not caught in some type of mediation or court situation, then it's just not your reading, and that's okay. You're welcome to check out another placement. And I'm doing this reading on the 12th. This is actually for the next, I know it's for this week that ends at the 18th. However, I am doing this for the next week. And it should be this week, but I keep going back to that Eight of Wands. So this may actually carry over into next Sunday, possibly next Monday. So just keep that in mind. This could actually go towards the 19th and the 20th as well. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice on what Virgo should do or how they should handle this information. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. There's something here, okay? Third Deacon in Scorpio, and we have the Death card. There's something here that's, it's coming to an end here. But again, I don't see heartbreak on your side. I see relief, and I see you're upset that it didn't fully work out in your favor. But your advice here, 7 of Pentacles, is to persevere, pivot, and start investing your pentacle resources in another direction. You're being moved out of or away from a karmic situation. It's your chance now to move forward. I feel like you're free to move about the cabin now. You no longer have the weight of this karmic cycle on you. Again, super, super specific message. So only take that how and if it resonates. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. If you like this message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck with all of this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.